Hi everybody, my name is Naja, and today is exactly 1 week since I've returned home from a 10-day silent meditation Vipassana retreat. And as someone who used to make a living communicating, I have been having a very challenging time really trying to capture and do justice to describing and explaining the retreat and the impact it's really had on my life. So I'm going to just go ahead and try to start off by describing the method. Vipassana meditation is a specific meditation technique that was utilized by Siddhartha Gautama, Buddha, to gain enlightenment. And so this specific technique has actually kind of been lost in India throughout the centuries, but it was kept pure and safe in Burma. So now these Burmese teachers are bringing it back to the West and opening it up. So it's a very profound and simple form of meditation where you don't utilize any type of mantra, visualization, verbalization, lights. There's nothing that you use. You don't do anything, including pranayama. You don't even control your breath. So all you're doing through this method is observing your natural breath and then observing your natural sensations throughout your body and learning to focus your mind and detach and observe. So I did that for 10 days. The days started out at 4 a.m. We would meditate basically for 10 hours a day. So the bell would ring at 4 a.m., 4:30 to 6:30 meditation, 6:30 to 8 breakfast and a break, from 8 to 11 meditation, from 11 to 1 lunch and a break, and your last meal of the day, and then from 1 to 5 meditation. Then from 5 to 6, we would have tea and fruit. And then from 6 to 7 would be meditation. From 7 to about 8:30 would be the discourse. And then again, whatever time that ended, we'd meditate up until 9 o'clock. Then from 9 to 10, we could go back to our small, teeny tiny dorm rooms, and it would be lights out at 10 o'clock. So that was the schedule for 10 days. And it was definitely very challenging because within those 10 days, not only are you meditating the whole time, you really have broken contact to the outside world. So no internet, no blogging, no journaling, no writing, no reading, no music, no talking to other meditators. It's really an opportunity to just go so deep within yourself and observe yourself. So while it was physically and mentally challenging, I knew what I was getting into before I went there, and I really never had any thoughts about not completing the course. Now, there were a few people who did not make it through the 10 days, but the majority of us did. We made it through, and it was honestly, for me, the most amazing experience, the best gift that I could give myself. I actually spent my birthday on day 9 in the meditation center, Dhammapikasa. So I just feel so amazing right now, and I'm continuing my meditation as much as possible. I haven't been perfect, but I'm meditating an hour every morning and evening. But the impact it's had on me in just my everyday life is so amazing. I'm really able to keep my equanimous mind. So when things happen that normally I would react to, right, I'm now able to just take a little bit of a step back and in just those brief moments observe what's happening and not get sucked into it. So that probably has been the most profound effect for me, just from day to day. it was a very deep process. They liken it really to like deep surgery within your brain and within your body, because even within our bodies we store so many negative emotions and pain and hurt and disappointment. So really observing these things and being able to release them, astounding. I can't even describe it. If I had to kind of bottom line the whole experience, like what did I really take away from this whole experience, it is the fact that, and we hear this all the time, but to actually know this, to realize it, to experience it, is amazing. It's liberating, and it's beautiful. And that is that my happiness, my personal happiness, is 100% my responsibility, period. No one else's. And I know we all know that, but to really know that in your heart and in your soul, it's so liberating. It really is. It's just so amazing. So I really strongly recommend, honestly, everybody. I would love to see everybody in my life who's important to me and that I love and care about. I would love to see all of those people undergo this process. And if you really look at all the ancient philosophers in all societies, Chinese, Greek, throughout the ages, Roman, they always say, know thyself. Know thyself. And I can honestly say, I know myself. After 10 days alone with myself, how can I not? And that in itself was just an amazing gift. And again, it's just, I can't even describe the beautiful, wonderful impact. And not just going through the experience, but to really see the positive changes that I'm able to make in my life, and to see how these changes are not only positive for me, but for all the people around me that I love and care about. It's just such a much healthier, happier environment. I used to be very angry. I used to have some anger issues, and now that I've come back, I'm sensitive to people's energy. Like I can feel people who are negative or positive. And right now I'm just like in my little bubble, and I'm very reluctant to let things or people or energy into my bubble that is not positive or helpful or supportive of my journey. And I realize I can't stay in my bubble forever, but I feel that right now I need this bubble just to really be able to incorporate all these truths that I've learned into my everyday life. And I hope to attain a place in my life where my equanimity is so rock hard and so solid that even those who do come into the bubble cannot affect me, cannot affect what I know, that I am responsible for my feelings and my reactions, nobody else. So until I can really begin to live that, I'm very, very careful about my bubble. And also going through this whole 10-day process, it's almost like living like a monk or a nun. Really, you're renouncing all worldly possessions, and that was, to me, like a great detox, even physically. So, I was able to quit smoking in June of this year after literally 30 years of smoking. I was just finally able to just get it out of my life. But other things, eating meat, drinking coffee. I used to have a 3-cup a day habit at Starbucks or Caribou. I now have not had coffee since September 6th. And Diet Coke, I'd been reading so much about how harmful Diet Coke is, and so not having it for 10 days, I've not invited it back into my life. So it's just really interesting, kind of getting back into the swing of things, and it's almost like seeing people and activities and situations for the first time, really, with this very almost dispassionate observation. So anyway, I don't even know if this captured it, but Vipassana meditation is absolutely amazing. And it's such a simple but true method of finding equanimity. And I don't believe it's the only way to find it, but I believe that it is definitely one way for you to go so deep within and to experience things and to observe yourself and to be your own salvation, to find your own truth, to find that ultimate truth for yourself. And that's one thing the teacher said was, anybody who's gone through this experience can talk to you about it, or any religion you might have, any denomination, a religious leader can explain this experience to you and share it with you, but don't take their word for it. You need to find that bliss and find that truth by yourself and for yourself. No one can do that for you. So anyway, hopefully I'll be back to share updates on how this method is, how I'm continuing with it and keeping it within my life, and hopefully affecting positive change for anybody who I come in contact with, and really hoping to see a lot more of my loved ones take the same journey. So namaste, thank you so much. And in closing, I'd like to close with how we closed all of our meditation sessions, which was Bhavantu Sava Mangalam. May all things be happy. Namaste.